What if kitchen waste could actually create food instead of being buried in landfills? Today, I'll show you how to turn kitchen scraps into compost, easily, for free, and in a way that's friendly to the earth. Hi, I'm Mr. An, and I truly believe that inside every bag of kitchen waste lies a seed of new life. Have you ever opened your compost bin and instantly shut it because of that awful rotten egg smell? If you have, congratulations. You're on the right path. You've just gone halfway. Composting is a journey, transforming waste into gold, turning scraps into living soil. But just like cooking, when the balance is off, your living fertilizer can end up smelling like a swamp instead of sweet, earthy soil after the rain. Today, I want to walk you through 5 main reasons your compost smells like rotten eggs and how to help your compost breathe again like a real garden. 1. Too much water. When compost suffocates. From your care, I once visited a friend, Hoa, who lives in the countryside. She loves nature and had just started composting at home. Every day, she carefully added her kitchen scraps and a little water to help it decompose faster. After just 2 weeks, her compost smelled exactly like forgotten boiled eggs. The reason was simple: too much water. Compost should be moist, not soaked. When you add too much water, all the air pockets inside get filled up. The good aerobic bacteria, the little workers that break down organic waste, can't survive without air. Anaerobic bacteria take over, and they produce hydrogen sulfide, the same gas that gives off that rotten egg smell. I often say, it's like overwatering your houseplants. You love them so much you drown them. Composting works the same way. Sometimes caring too much can hurt more than help. The fix is simple. When your compost feels soggy, add dry materials: sawdust, dry leaves, shredded paper, or straw. Mix it well and let your compost breathe. Within a few days, that foul odor fades away, replaced by the soft, earthy scent of living soil. Remember this: compost should feel like a wrung-out sponge, damp but not dripping. 2. Lack of oxygen. When compost gasps in the dark. Have you ever walked into a room that's been closed up for too long? It's stuffy, humid, and smells old, exactly like a compost bin with no oxygen. Compost needs to breathe, just like we do. Aerobic microorganisms, the tiny life forms that keep compost clean and healthy, can only live with enough oxygen. When your bin is sealed too tight or left untouched for weeks, oxygen runs out. Then anaerobic bacteria move in, and they're the ones that make your compost smell like rotten eggs. I've met people who say, "I've been composting for months, but it's still wet, clumpy, and stinks like sewage." So I ask, do you ever turn your compost? And the answer is often, no, I don't want to mess it up. But here's the truth. Turning your compost is like stirring a pot of soup. It keeps everything balanced and breathing. Every 5 to 7 days, use a shovel or your hands with gloves to gently turn it from the bottom up. Fresh air will flow in, and your compost will slowly lose that bad smell. I like to say, a compost bin has a soul. Let it breathe, let it live. Because just like people, once it takes a deep breath, everything starts to change. 3. Too many kitchen scraps. When good intentions go overboard, kitchen waste is the heart of compost. Veggie peels, coffee grounds, fruit skins, leftover rice. But like everything in life, too much of one thing can throw everything off balance. A customer once told me, "Mr. An, I only use kitchen scraps in my compost, nothing else. Why does it stink so bad?" So I asked, "What about dry leaves, sawdust, or rice husks?" She said, "No, I thought food waste was enough." And that's the problem. Kitchen waste is what we call a green material. It's rich in nitrogen, moisture, and protein. But when you don't balance it with brown materials, dry leaves, paper, or sawdust that are rich in carbon, decomposition goes off track. The compost releases ammonia and sulfides, and soon you've got that rotten egg smell again. Here's the simple formula I always share: 3 parts brown to 1 part green. Think of composting like cooking. You can't just add salt and forget the sugar. Balance is what gives flavor. Compost works the same way. It needs harmony between carbon and nitrogen. Here's an easy trick. Keep a small bag of dry leaves, shredded paper, or rice husks near your compost bin. Every time you add food scraps, sprinkle a handful of brown material on top, like seasoning your dish. Within a few weeks, you'll notice your compost turning soft, crumbly, and smelling like fresh soil, not rotten eggs. 4. Sealing the lid too tight. When we imprison nature, many people seal their compost bins completely, afraid of flies, rats, or the smell. But when you seal it airtight, you're not protecting your compost, you're trapping it. I once ran an experiment. 2 identical compost bins, one sealed tight, one with small air holes on the sides and lid. After a month, the sealed one smelled terrible, while the ventilated one smelled earthy and warm. Why? Because compost needs to breathe. Imagine being locked in a room for days without fresh air. Could you survive? Compost can't either. A good compost bin should have small air holes for ventilation. If you use a plastic bin, just drill a few holes around the sides and lid. Wooden bins already have enough natural airflow. And don't worry, those holes won't attract flies if you cover the top layer with dry materials. I always tell my students, nature doesn't like to be trapped. Let compost live in an open cycle. When you let it breathe, you not only remove the bad odor, but also practice a deeper kind of green living, learning to let go and let nature self-correct. Because just like in life, when we stop forcing things, everything finds its natural rhythm again. 5. Not turning the compost. When it gets stuck in silence. If your compost smells sour, looks soggy, and has layers, dry on top, wet in the middle, thick at the bottom, chances are you're not turning it enough. I once asked an old farmer, "Your compost always smells like rich soil. What's your secret?" He smiled and said, "I turn it every week, like walking my ox keeps it alive." It sounds simple, but that's the golden secret. When you don't turn your compost, the layers compact and trap gases. The aerobic microbes die off, and anaerobic ones take over, producing that rotten smell again. Turning helps reintroduce oxygen, spreads out moisture, and mixes greens and browns evenly, keeping microbes active and happy. You don't need to turn it daily. Just 5 minutes a week is enough. Use a shovel or stick to mix from the bottom up. Think of compost like ourselves. When we stay still too long, we grow tired and heavy. But once we move, energy flows again. I remember after a long rainy week, my compost started smelling odd. I simply turned it, added some dry leaves, and within days, the odor disappeared completely. Since then, turning compost has become a little ritual for me. Every week, I step into the garden, breathe deeply, stir a few times, and watch life quietly begin again. To me, composting is more than just waste management. It's a metaphor for life itself. When we learn to keep balance, giving air, time, and just enough care, everything naturally transforms into something good. If your compost smells like rotten eggs, don't give up. See it as nature's gentle reminder. Adjust a little. Too wet? Add dry. No air? Let it breathe. Don't seal it. Don't forget it. Listen closely. Your compost is telling you the story of life itself. And one day, when you open that lid and breathe in the gentle scent of soil, you'll smile, because you've just turned waste into earth, and earth into new life. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment and share your own composting experience. And don't forget to subscribe to Compost so we can grow greener together, understand nature better, and turn every bag of kitchen waste today into tomorrow's vegetable garden. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.